All right, thanks for joining everyone. Today we're going to go through trade contractor agreements again. So we touched base on this in our last webinar session, and that was using old school PDF, fillable PDF forms. So today we're going to show you how to go through and use Docusign as a secure way to receive these trade contractor agreements. All right, so I might start in Gyro actually. So this is in Global Docs. We're just going to find the template here for our trade contractor agreement. So under Integrity New Homes, Construction, Subcontractors. And the file we're looking for here is the newest file at the bottom, which is the Franchisee Trade Agreement Contractors Master January 20. So just make sure you download that to get the latest version of that one. And we'll open this. So that'll open up as a Word document. And that allows you to fill in your details. So just important to get this right at least once to set this up for your business so that you can send that out every time with the right details in it to your new contractors. So on the first page here, we just got our trading name, or sorry, it's the actual company name here. You would obviously put your details in there. And then we're trading as, you can fill that one out. So there's only a few pages you need to double check. There's page 1, page 4 is another one. So just here, we just need to make sure we've got our contact details in here. Go to page 20 as well. Put our account's email address. All right, so you fill all those details out. And one thing I've just noticed as well is in the header, we've got the name here. So if you double click that, that'll open the header. And we can delete that line there. And just close the header from the menu bar at the top. All right, so in the last webinar session, if you've seen that one, we had a little bit of trouble editing the payment schedule at the back of this document. So using this Docusign way is a really easy way now to modify that and make that part of your document that you're sending out. So just in here, we can just easily modify whatever dates you need. All right, it's important when you are modifying this document that you try and leave everything in place, because as we give this a Docusign, we have a template that'll put all of the fillable fields in exactly the right spots. So just make those few minor modifications to get your document right. All right, once we've done that, we might save that as, and I'll put that in a location we can remember. So I'm saving this as almost as our own master document. All right, so that's something you can come back and edit later. And right now we'll also make a PDF version of that. So I'll save as, I'll choose PDF this time and save that. All right, so it's just popped up in my PDF reader here. You can take note of where it saved it to, so I'll save that again from here. Actually, there it is in our folder just here. Just close that out of the way. All right, once we've got that PDF, we can now sign into Docusign. So So that's just app.docusign.com. If you're part of our group, you'll be part of our national subscription to this, and you can freely jump in and use Docusign, paid for via our cooperative fund. All right, so the way I'll show you how to do this is just to modify a template to start with. So we'll go to our template section. And Shane Herbst in our business has made this template, but I've gone through and modified it for our purposes here, just to make it a bit easier for us. So you'll find a document here with this date on it at the moment. So the trade agreement contractor, and I'll put the date 10/7/20. So you'll find that, I'm looking in my templates, but you'll probably find it in this shared with me section here. All right, if there's lots of files that in your shared with me section and it's hard to find what you're looking for, there's also this search box at the top. So we typed in TAC, we'll see there's a number of agreements there. All right, so locate that trade agreement contractor, and from this drop down here, we'll choose create a copy. So we're doing this in the first place so you can create your own template with your own name assigned on it. All right, so here's the document here. So I'll just show you how to view that by clicking these little buttons here. Click on View Document. And this is the original one, but it doesn't have our details in it. So it doesn't have our trading name or company name there. All right, so from this ... button, select the Replace option. All right, it's prompting us here to find the file that we've just created before. So we'll open that one. We'll just double check that again, View Document. You can see here, here's the details I put in earlier. So it's also got a header correct there as well. All right, that should be all you need to do to get that set up. So we'll click on the Save and Close button. Alrighty, so actually I might name that a little bit better as well. So just put this number 1 on the end. So I'll edit that again. And I'll just rename that. Save and close. Now, when you're ready to send this to one of your contractors, you can hit this Use button directly from here. But likely if you come back in the future, you'll end up on this home screen. And there's also just the big New button at the top here. So click on New and click on Use a Template. All right, so it should be in in my templates now because you just made your own copy of it. So we'll select that option there. Click on Add Selected. All right, so this screen here is asking us where we'd like to send this document to for signing. So the first recipient will be the independent trade contractor. And the second person we've got set up in this template is to go to someone in accounts payable. It could be anyone in your business, whoever is likely to file the details for your trade contractors. So in this case, I'll just mark myself. I'll put my own email address in there as the trade contractor. It also sends them an SMS message. This is to help for security purposes to make sure they are who they say they are. So you need to know what their phone number is as well. And the same for the accounts payable person. So I'll put myself in that position as well. All right, then we can hit the Send button. All right, so this has popped up because I've actually sent it to myself. So Docusign's aware of that, and it's prompted me to click Sign now. But usually what would happen is it would go to your trade contractor first, and they would receive an email that would look just like this one. This one's just turned up in my inbox. All right, so with the instructions here, please complete the required information, attach relevant information, licenses, etc. So we click on Review Document. All right, so your contractor will be presented with a screen like this, with a bit of detail there. All right, it's just a matter of them working through this document and filling out all the detail. All right, so there's this little button here to go to next. I'll take you to the next lot of tags I need to fill out. This one looks like it's going through each field individually. So I'll scroll down a bit further. All right, so they can put their details in here. These fields are optional, they're not marked in red. And as you highlight over, you can see the optional tooltip that shows up. And there's also optional attachment here. So if they had some insurance policy here, they could click on attach. So you can upload a file directly into there. So what will happen there is when the contractor signs this, these files will be part of this document as well. And the receiving person in your business will also get those files that they've attached here. All right, there's a lot of fields to fill out, so I won't do all that on screen. But essentially they'll find these buttons here where it says sign, and they can click that and it's digitally signing that as they go. All right, once everything's complete, it'll sort of force them to fill this out. We can't really go much further without typing these things in. I'll see if I can quickly get it in there just to show you what happens. I was asking for an email address here. Missed a couple. This attachment is required, so we'll have to attach something in there. All right, I think we're almost done. So I'll click finish on that one. All right, so a copy's been saved into your Docusign account. All right, so here's the email. I'll just pop that open now. I've just received this email. You can review that one. All right, so click that start button. It'll take us all the way down to the bottom here. So this is the person in your business now that's received this document, and it's just got a couple of approve options here. So they'd have to read through this detail, make sure they're satisfied with what's in here, and approve these options. And sign at the bottom. And we've got more pages down here. That's because I attached that file as our attachment for the demo purposes. So I'll click on that finish button. and a copy has been saved to the Docusign account. And it should have also been emailed through as well. All right, just got a question there from Craig. So where do I find the Docusign? Okay, so Docusign is actually a web-based portal. So you'll need to go to app.docusign.com or just do a quick Google search to find it. All right, if you're not part of our group, you will need to sign up and purchase Docusign for yourself. But if you are part of our group, our cooperative fund is paying for that. So it's very easy to have your account set up by us at no cost there. All right, that's all I've got for the training there. So if there's any more questions, feel free to fire them at me.
Tim, Chris posed a question to me earlier today about using Docusign to complete the checklist in our building contracts. Do you know if that's possible?
I believe it is. I haven't had a look at that myself, but any document that could be a PDF document can be created as Docusign. I'm not sure whether we've got a template to do that.
Yeah, so there's no reason why Docusign couldn't complete the checklist.
No, absolutely not. So you probably saw on screen here with this trade agreement, there was a series of checkboxes. So we did have fields there that you could go through and tick.
Yeah, so the same would apply to the building contract. Yeah.
The same would apply, yeah.
Chris has a question there. Can we unmute Chris?
Yes, he does. Got a hand up. Allowed to talk.
Okay.
Hello, Chris.
Hi, Tim. Okay, just on that question that I had earlier on for Glenn. So when there is, when you've got those tick boxes there and two separate people, let's say there are two owners, so that means does that mean you must put a tick box for each person that must sign the document?
Yeah, that's right. So this particular document was only for a trade contractor agreement. So there was only a requirement for one signature. I'll just show you that. So in here, this is where you set this up. So we've only got two signatures here, actually. So one for an independent contractor and one for accounts payable. In our previous webinar we've done in the past, Shane walked through doing a prelim services agreement, which does have two signatures involved, or two contracted parties, I guess. And that will have multiple options in here for that. So it's a matter of just configuring those and putting the signatures in place on the document.
And then those fields that you filled in on that trade agreement that were sort of editable, is there a specific text box that you just put in that field?
To fill out, yeah, that's right. So again, that previous webinar went through all of that detail, but if we look at, I'll pull up this prelim services agreement. This might be the one we were using. I'll edit that. All right, so this one's, see how it's got owner 1 and owner 2? And they've got their own independent phone numbers. So essentially it goes through to these owners and they get to sign it on their own computer as they go. It'll email the next person. If I click next on here, this is where you edit the fields. So just here, there's all these options here to say, you need an email address there. Okay, and you pick that you want owner 2 to put their email address in it. All right, if you want someone to sign it somewhere on the document, you might want to sign it at the top of the page for some reason. And you just put that signature there, and that's asking owner 1 to sign that. So they need to go through, when they're reading the document, click on that sign. If it's not required, they can skip past it. If it is required, it'll force them to do it before they can submit the document. So again, with other free form text fields, there's these other options here. So if there's somewhere else in the document, like that owner's name, you might force them to write their name into there.
Thank you. Tim, and then another question. If the document is changed, or the master is changed by you or someone in the group, How do we then, how will you notify us that we must update our individual document, and also what is the process around it?
I don't believe there's any way to notify you when a particular template you've used has changed, but we'll make sure that if we do make a change, we can let you know via Workplace.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so yeah, once you copy one of these templates, that's your own document at that point. So it is up to you, as you've identified, to go through and make modifications in the future.
But any changes you make to the master, you will notify us?
Yeah, that's right. If we make a template that's available to everyone, we can let you know via Workplace.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Chris. All right. Any other questions? All right. Sounds like we've got everything covered. All right. Thanks for attending, everyone, and we'll see you all again next time.
Thank you, Tim.